So the first class of the day was my intro to computer information technology class, and if you're wondering why I have to do this as a required course as an animation major, well, I'm not really sure either, but I had to do some programming and I had to make a little janky website that's supposed to be a self-introduction. So yes, here is my janky website with a picture of my bird looking a little, he's trying his best. Anyways, right after that, I had my drawing for animation class, and it's an in-person class, and today we were going to draw from a live figure model, and we were doing gesture drawings or something like that. And I don't have that much footage for this class because it's really weird to record a half-naked person, you know what I mean? And yeah, we're not gonna do that. So instead, because I have to keep a sketchbook as well as a newsprint pad that I draw the figure drawings in for this class, I'm just gonna show you what I work on. Yeah, I had to do some drawings upside down as exercises in the sketchbook. And the way this class works is that the class is divided in half. So if you saw before, at the front of the classroom, there was a bunch of tables, and then in the second half there's a bunch of easels. And so the first half of the classroom draws in their sketchbook and does exercises in the sketchbooks that we all bought. And then the second half of the classroom does the figure drawings with the easels and the newsprint paper, and then halfway through the class we switch. So yeah, this class is pretty fun because last week we did perspective drawings, and then now we're drawing humans and anatomy. Last week we did studies of the skeleton and the muscles, and I think the hardest part of the skeleton is the pelvis because it's kind of ugly and hard to do. So yeah, and then I doodle a lot in this class when he's talking. I see other kids taking notes, but here I am just doodling even though he's lecturing. And don't tell him, I mean, he's not gonna be able to tell because he's not allowed to look at over my shoulder because social distancing, so I don't think he's gonna know, but at the same time, yeah. Anyways, here is the newsprint pad that I have to bring to class every single time, and here we draw live models in this class. So also, normally the models would be completely nude, but the thing is, some of the students in my class are completely virtual. So we actually have in the beginning of the clip of the class, there's a big TV in front of the class, and that's where the online kids are. So there's online students in this class too. So we have to record this class on Zoom, and that means we can't record naked people on Zoom because that's basically porn and they're not allowed to do that. So yeah, all of the models are at least they have pants on or underwear on, and then they have a mask. So every single figure drawing in my newsprint pad has it's basically a naked person with a mask, which is kind of interesting. It's very telling of our times, but yeah, so here today we were just doing gesture drawings, and some of these drawings are really rough and janky. I'm so sorry about that, but I actually had to draw some of these figure drawings in 30 seconds or 1 minute because they want you to get the gesture, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Alright, so the next class is my Principles of Animation class. Woo! Okay, so in this class, we just basically learn how to apply basically physics to our animation, and all that squash and stretch and anticipation and timing, all that stuff. And today we were learning about animating waves. so how something kind of drags when it's being pulled back and forth and stuff like that. So basically after the lecture we would go into the stop motion room and, put our drawings together. So in our classroom, every single table is a light table, and then we would draw traditionally, and then we would go into the stop motion studio and take pictures of our frames and then put them into Dragon Frame and string it all together and then upload them. Then after, there was a second part of the assignment, which is to apply the principle to a character animation, which I'll show you guys later. But for now, I'm gonna go home and wash the dishes that have been piling up in my room for like 3 days. It's kind of getting stinky in my room, so I just came home, chilled, smelled this stink in my room, and was like, we need to do some housekeeping in here. So also the trash has been piling up for a while now, so I kind of had to take that out. I also had to take a COVID test that day, but I forgot to record it because, I don't know. But we had to take a COVID test every single week. And then I also ate lunch, but I didn't record that. Oops, sorry. But here is my sketchbook. I thought I'd kind of throw in my sketchbook that is still not finished. So I just kind of wanted to do a quick flip through of my sketchbook. I started the sketchbook like almost a year ago, but I still haven't finished it, so I thought I'd show you people like what I have so far, because I feel like I'm never gonna finish the sketchbook, so might as well just like show what I have so far. I did like a lot of gouache paintings in the beginning because I don't know, I was like really into gouache, but I feel like my gouache like completely dried up now. I'm so scared to open my gouache because like I know it's gonna look like a cracked desert, like oof. Anyways, this is a Moleskine watercolor sketchbook, but to be honest, I don't think I'll be getting it again because I actually don't really like really thick watercolor paper for my sketchbook. But if you like painting, go ahead. Also, you might have noticed that I have these stamps of my profile picture throughout my sketchbook because I was testing out a stamp that I made with Noissue, and it's a company that makes sustainable and environmentally friendly packaging products. And this company plants 1 tree per order for areas in need to help with reforestation, and it also comes with a soy ink based ink pad when you buy your stamp. So yeah, you can customize a stamp, and I'm so in love with how it came out because like I have like my own customized stamp it's like so cute. Anyways, I'm just gonna like put this like in every single sketchbook I ever own now. I also ordered custom cards from Noissue with my own art, and all of the cards are compostable and 100% recycled. So if you're interested in making like invitation cards for your wedding or anything else like packaging, like tissue paper or stickers for maybe a small shop that you own, definitely consider Noissue because they're such a great company because they're so sustainable and eco-friendly. And yeah, so that's the end of the sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed my half-completed sketchbook, but after I had some chill time at home, I went back to the labs and I started working on one of my upperclassmen's film. So my TA in my drawing class is also an animation student, and she has like a senior like thesis film thing, I think, and then she asked some of the freshmen to help line some of the frames, some of the keyframes for her animation. So me and this other freshman are in charge of like rotoscoping this submarine that's in her film. So yeah, I just like worked on this for like a couple hours. After that, I had some dinner and then I went back into the stop motion studio and I started doing my homework for my principles of animation class, where I have to apply the wave principle to an actual character. So that could be like a character like kind of waving back and forth for some reason, or that could be like hair, or maybe a dog's tail wagging, just anything. And I decided to go with a character's hair waving in in the wind or something like that. And I started sketching, I guess, the basic keyframes sort of in red color pencil. And then later on, I decided to go back in with pen and line all of the frames, and then later on I would also add in some in-betweens to kind of make things a little smoother with pen again. And that's just like the whole process. I have this like random piece of paper. Like every time I make a mistake, I fold up the piece of paper and then I put it underneath my hand because my hand gets like kind of sweaty. So because like every time I'm like drawing traditional animation, my hand gets really nervous, so I have to like put a piece of paper underneath my hand, otherwise the sweat will kind of wrinkle the paper because the paper is so thin. So yeah. Then after the line art was done, I had to go to Dragon Frame and take pictures of every single frame and play it all together to see if I made any mistakes. And I made a shit ton of mistakes, and I had to go back in and redraw a lot of frames. And in the end, I still forgot to color one of the sleeves, but it's okay. I was too lazy to go back in and reserve another studio space to work on my assignment, so I just deleted the whole frame completely, and it still came out kind of smooth, sort of, not really. It could be smoother, but I think this is enough, like, whatever, it's fine. And yeah, this is how the end result came in. I posted this on Instagram, and here are some other things I worked on in this class. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and keep in mind that I chose a really busy day to film, and usually my days aren't like this busy, so if you think I'm like super productive all the time, that's not true. I just happened to choose a really busy day. So yeah, usually I just like wake up, do homework, play Genshin Impact, and like sleep all day. So yeah, see you in the